See, most of you are close to ER diagram. For many, we have given the sign off. Any queries you want to ask with the ER diagram? And few points I want to discuss is, convert all the entity to table. Open an Excel. So open an Excel. I have given enough time from morning to afternoon. You are only with diagram. So no wrong. It's not like that you always needs to be in the paint application. You have enough freedom. You can use your note and pen. You can use Excel. One second. You can use your note and pen. You can use Excel and you can have a tabular column. So let's assume this is the song table. See, if your ER diagram and the class diagram is clear, you can complete a project within a day, believe me. But if there is a confusion in ER diagram and class diagram, then no, all the time you will be sitting in refractory. Believe me. So let's assume you created a song entity where you have song ID. So you have song name. Go for small letter. Song name. Song, you go for meaningful name. Song duration. Song artist name. So most of you got a confusion with file path. Song genre. File location.
Package to
Is there a confusion in file path?
no.
So you will be downloading a file. So don't do that. Don't do without my instruction. So tomorrow morning, I'm planning to release the code on this audio input stream. So where you can download the audio file, .wav file.
And
So
then
and
what
you
will be its data type?
go for string.
Time.
It is just a path. We are not converting our audio file to in database. No, it is just a path. Let's assume in my machine it is D drive, jukebox project. For example, audio slash. So I'm keeping my file name as song1.wav file. So there should be a song1.wav. So and that location, make it a string. You give the name, proper name. Don't give big name and all. You rename it. Likewise, you will have podcasts. You will be having user table. So I assume like it's a player application. So I don't want to get their gender. I don't want their email ID. So let's assume I'm getting the user name. I'm getting their unique password. I'm getting their mobile number. Fine, this is enough. Unique username. And you give this as primary key. And create a playlist table. Consists of unique playlist ID. Playlist belongs to which username? And you can give any name for your playlist. So by the way, username is foreign key. So let's assume we have Hasib, we have Saurav, and we have Sangeeta. So all the three, we are having a playlist. So playlist 1, playlist 2, playlist 3. I want you all to do this. See, when you are doing a project, you should bring the enthusiasm in you. The real job of a programmer will expand like anything when you are doing a project. Without your wholehearted, with your interest, I'm sorry, even though few of you, it is repetition, go with 100% interest. You follow my instruction, whatever I want, you do it. You create a new ER diagram, you create a new project, do it. At least if you learn one point, and here it is primary key. What is your query, Roshan? Any query you can pass me. I'm stopping.
You said that username is foreign key. I just
Hmm.
asked why is it is foreign key?
Is there any relation
How,
between user table and playlist table?
Yes, ma'am.
Then I need to use foreign key to establish relationship. So user will create
Yeah.
a playlist. Can I have playlist 4, which is for Sangeeta? This is for everyone. Is it possible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Next 5 is for Saurav, possible. So playlist ID is unique primary key, but foreign key. Only if there is a user, I can able to create a playlist. So Sangeeta is having 2 playlists, Saurav is having 2 playlists. Okay, you will ask me, ma'am, why there is no podcasting. Wait. Podcast ID, file paths, episodes. So few of you, good to see that for episode you created one another table, quite okay. And you can give a podcast name also. Any column, any attribute if you want to discuss, I'm open to you.
Ma'am, what about the songs and podcasts in the playlist?
I'm coming.
Oh, okay, okay.
I'm on the way. I don't want to miss podcast table. Imagine like there is a data everywhere. So song, user, podcast table, playlist table. Most important, the confusion arises with playlist detail table.
Ma'am,
Mm.
ma'am, I have observed that when we save a CSV file, it is automatically getting converted into an XML spreadsheet. So, ma'am, is it possible that we can retrieve the data from an Excel table?
No, don't get confused. The CSV file is a CSV file all the time. Only thing is CSV file can be opened in the form of text document. You can open CSV file in the form of Excel also. I can use Excel and I can open CSV file. That doesn't mean that CSV is converted to XLS file. No. XLS file is different from .text file, .csv file. Arshad, is that clear?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
We are just using Excel to open and read the data in CSV file. Same thing you can use Notepad, Notepad++, even your browser. So let's assume playlist ID, which is foreign key. So I will take first two playlist or first playlist, Hasib. So Hasib is having first playlist. You can refer playlist name or I'm leaving that as optional. Belongs to username. Even if you want, you can use playlist name.
Ma'am, in playlist detail table, there should be primary key also, na ma'am?
If it required, you can keep, but according to me, you can keep. And one more major thing I have found is you are having both song and podcast in your playlist details table. So it's not required all the playlists should have song and podcast. So song ID or podcast ID. Let's assume listen carefully. Most of you have had a problem here. So let's assume first playlist, Hasib created playlist 1. Let's assume melody playlist. And in melody playlist of Hasib, there were 3 songs. What was the song? You mentioned here. So song 11, 12, 13. Okay. Song 12, song 11, song 21. Likewise, you take Saurav. So here it is what? Party playlist. So this party playlist, he has 2 songs in party playlist. No, one song and one podcast.
Songer podcast.
Let's assume 1 song and 1 podcast. So now, I'm sorry, I stopped my screen. You can add more attributes also. Whichever you want to have, you have it. I know these are all incomplete. So playlist table, if you want to add more details, I'm okay. In playlist details table, if you want to add more details, I'm okay. But these are all mandatory. I don't want playlist detail table any primary key. If you want to have any ID, go ahead. Because with this reference, if playlist 1, PL_1, I referred in my playlist details table, it should refer these 3 songs. It is possible to put the data by using joins query.
Ma'am,
Or you can have a count also and you can increase. Yes, I'm open to queries.
ma'am, as you said yesterday, they should not be written in C. What
It is
about?
not written in. I'm
Yes, ma'am.
lowering all your hands. Wait. Kudus, yes, Kudus.
So as you said yesterday, we should not repeat the data again and again in a table.
Yeah, I agree. I can delete this. You're talking about this, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I accepted your point. I'm deleting that column. Why I want to have, if I want, I can refer here.
Ma'am, username and playlist ID is also repeating, ma'am.
This is also I can remove because I have a reference here. Agree. This is fine. Even if you want to have some more type, anyway, that is going to be duplicate. So one playlist consists of many songs. Those songs, not only songs, podcast, those songs and podcast I can list here. Okay, I'm waiting for another few minutes. I'm just scrolling up. Any queries? Clarify here. Let's get into class diagram.
Ma'am, in the last table,
Hmm.
can we also take two attributes, song and podcast, to be two different
Then
attributes?
null value will be there, no? For example, Hasib will not prefer podcast at all. Then what can it will be null attribute. When you try to read the record, it will be null pointer exception. So that is why I said go for song or podcast ID. Who is this often leaving
Ma'am,
the session and joining? Yes, tell me.
So when we create the variable, can we create it like that? So either refer song or podcast. Can we do it like that?
Hmm. Genre. Who's this? Ruchikesh. In song, we can categorize, no? Genre of the song.
And
What
ma'am,
type of genre? Thriller, love, whatever.
ma'am, in podcast,
Ma'am,
Yeah, tell me.
ma'am, in last table, how can we refer the two table foreign keys in a single column?
Yeah.
Repeat your question. In last table,
How can we refer the two table foreign keys?
I said this on when I introduce foreign key. Can one table can have two or more foreign key?
Yes.
When we discussed. Is it possible to create two or more foreign key in a table?
In a table, it is okay, but in a column, ma'am.
Table in the sense, table consists of columns. What happened to those? Why are you getting confused?
Ma'am, we can refer the same column for multiple foreign keys.
Your voice became low, Sudeep.
We can refer the same column for multiple foreign keys.
Can you see something on my screen here? Hardly 10 days before. So I am creating playlist detail table. I have two columns and both the columns are foreign key of another table. On which column of the other table?
But here we have two attributes, right? Like decode and fed code. So what the question is?
Here also
can
I
we
have
combine
to
two
create.
attributes in one as a one attribute, as you mentioned over here.
I'm giving this as a challenge. Find it out. Again, I'm telling it is possible. Give a try with the same syntax. My song or podcast ID. What is this? S21, S12, S11, or podcast P101. It needs to exist in either podcast table, podcast ID, or song table, song ID. It is possible.
Ma'am, if both available at a time, then
Then only it will be the foreign key. Shall we discuss on class diagram? Still any more confusion? Just give a try, else let's think about alternate. You make with or without foreign key and give a try.
hello, ma'am.
Yes, Swapnil.
Yeah, I'm saying, suppose playlist 2, it consisting of songs as well and podcast as well. In single row, it will not applicable. No? It should.
One cell consists of one value. No?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That is a rule, basic rule of normalization. No null, no multiple values. That is the very first rule of normalization. And we have this problem in RDBMS. That is why we were moving to NoSQL databases. Shall we continue with discussing class?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So don't create a project in IntelliJ. So without my instruction, don't start with creating a project, completing a main. Don't do that. We'll go step by step slowly. Again, I'm telling, if ER diagram is not clear, class diagram is not clear, then if you take 1 month also, you cannot complete. But I promise you, if your ER diagram and class diagram is clear, within a 1 day, you can convert that to a table and a class. Okay. So I'll repeat my problem. Task 1. Jukebox contains a catalog of songs, many songs by various artists and genre. Song should be based on artist name, genre, and name. So you should display point number 1. What is this artist genre name?
Attributes of song.
Attributes of song. Very good. Display all song is?
Method.
Very good. Behavior. Likewise, search. Search. Alphabetical search. Sorting. Sorting based on artist. Sorting based on name. Searching based on name. Make a note of it. I want Pojo class. Pojo classes. You need to identify Pojo classes first. So identify class first. Then attribute. Then behaviors. So you need to identify what are all the Pojo classes we are going to handle. It's first step. Then its attribute, then its behavior. I said, for example, we will be having song class with, as we discussed, song ID, song name, all four. Song duration, song artist, song genre, what else? Did I miss anything? Song file path. Don't go with the same name. And you should have corresponding what? Constructor, getter and setter, toString. What else additionally? What are all the additional behaviors we have?
Song ID will be primary key.
No. Why are you
Searching-
talking
Display
about
all songs.
primary key here?
Searching,
All songs.
Very good.
display, search,
So
search.
display
Sort.
song. Again, you can display the song based on searching category. So display all songs, let it be. I'm displaying all songs, whatever there in a database. And what else? Sort. Sort based on song name. Sort based on
Artist name.
artist name. And then after sorting, you need to search for song. So point number 1, you should have Pojo classes. Okay, I don't think this display song, we will put in another category. Sorry, guys. We will have these behaviors in a separate DAO pattern. So let us define an interface. So I should have interface. These interface should consist of what interface I can have. So let it be song interface. So under song interface, we have these abstract methods. And you should have child class. What is that? Song interface implementation class will override all abstract methods. Don't create project. Let us complete the class diagram. So I have identified only one class in Pojo. So song class. Apart from that, I have identified interface and song, its implementation class. And still I want to give more inputs on these methods. Each method will take a parameter and a return type. Return type will be the collection. List type, list of the type song. So for example, so I should have a method. All the methods are public. Public, it should return list of this type song class, display all songs, whether it is meaningful.
Yes, ma'am.
Whereas if it is sort song, on what basis I want to sort song?
Song name and artist name.
Correct.
Mhm.
Either it can be song name or it can be artist name, depends. Think about it. Don't start the project. You know how to draw the class diagram. So I should have a song class box with all, first thing will be attribute and methods. And this interface, is there any connection between Pojo class and this song interface implementation? Yes. Connect it. Just connect with is a relationship. No, is as a relationship. Just composition relationship. So I just, for example, I identified one interface and two classes. Likewise, you need to identify all the classes interfaces including main class. So there should be a main class and there will be main method. And you can have the database connection class. So, and there should be a method for connecting to database. So every time when you want to connect with database, call this method. And there will be a class for play song. And here you will have a methods with audio input stream. Every time when you want to play, you will call this class. So identify your Pojo classes, identify your interfaces, and explore on this DAO pattern, data access object pattern, and start working on your class diagram. Meanwhile, Saurav and Hasib, please take the stock whether everyone has submitted ER diagram. Those who have not submitted ER diagram, submit it. Or better, everyone share your ER diagram to us. I have 43 participants. All of you, whether you got sign off or not, we haven't took the data. So after, I'm going to create a breakout room, and each faculty it will be assigned with some 14 roughly. All 14 needs to share the diagram, a copy of diagram on Slack, ER diagram. Then you proceed with class diagram. I'm giving the time till tomorrow morning. So if you complete class diagram by tomorrow morning, we can proceed with the next part. So don't miss any step. This is applicable for all newcomers also. Anuj, Shantanu, Priya, Richa. Is it fine, Sanjay? Do it, guys.
Yes, ma'am.
Everything is learning. Hasib and Saurav, is it fine? Let everyone submit because even I didn't took the stock.
It's okay, I think, Sangeeta.
Because 43 is huge number. So 14 I'll split. So I'm going to create a breakout room, guys. So let's join in the breakout room. Whomsoever is assigned to what faculty, you need to submit the diagram to them only. Wait, Harshad. For example, I assigned with 14 learners. All 14 learners submit to me alone. After assigning to a breakout room, you will come to know who is in charge for you for next 2 hours. Is that clear? Yes, Harshad.
Ma'am, can you explain the DOA pattern?
You read. I said you explore on DAO pattern. This interface and child interface implementation class is new to you guys. Is it new to you? No.
No, ma'am.
So when you are following a project, one of the popular pattern is DAO. So there should be an interface consist of all the abstract method without definition. Those method needs to be overridden in a child class. An overridden method will have the definition like this. So I want you to use DAO pattern in the project. And in the project, it's not like you cannot display all song directly. When you call the method, this method needs to return a collection. If I sort song, if I search song, same thing is applicable for search. Search based on song name. If I give song, a particular song XYZ, this needs to return a list or one song. Here it is one song, so go for song. Or song ID. If I give one song ID, it will return one song. So go for song object. Whereas here it is a collection. I just said the word DAO. You explore on DAO. You have enough time, by the way. Okay, I'm assigning to the group. After knowing your mentors assigned, you share the diagram. Or shall we continue here? I can see, okay, let me recreate. 15, 14, 14. And till today evening, tonight, till tomorrow morning, you're going to work on class diagram. So hope you have understand. This class diagram is not easy. That is why I'm giving the whole day till tomorrow.